Hello, I'm Bridget Ashbourne, and I'm going to talk a little bit about how we can tap into the energies of Wednesday. So every day of the week is ruled by a different planet, and on a Wednesday we are ruled by Mercury. So Mercury is the planet, it's a personal planet, so it's the way that the planet affects us personally, our thinking style, our communications. It even covers travel as well. So this is very much how we can travel through life. So how we connect to this is really important. And one of the deities that are associated with Mercury are Hermes. So we have the Magician card here, which represents Hermes. And we also have the Judgment card here that represents Hermes. Now this is really interesting because we have these two major arcana cards from the tarot deck, both of them with Hermes in them. So in the Magician card, it actually shows each of the different elements and each of the suits represented in the tarot deck, which is the cups, the swords, the wands, and the pentacles. And as you can see, it's very much about as above, so below, with him pointing either way at the crossroads. And this really shows the body, and this is about us as a vessel and what we're able to do and where we're able to go. This is really early on in the major arcana, and this is really saying we have everything within our power to do what we want to do. The choice is ours, and how we connect to the world is available to us as well. We can go in any direction. There technically is no right or wrong answer. And we also have the Judgment card, and this is right at the end of the major arcana, and this is going down into the subconscious. You can see we've got the wands here as well, and this is about how your world, everything that's happened to you in the past, everything that's stored in your subconscious, how it plays out in your world. So you may hear a lot of people talking about gratitude for where you are today, and you'll find that you go through various different stages in your life, and sometimes you think, why is this happening to me? If you're in that kind of victim mentality, it's like, why is this happening to me? But when you actually stop and you unpack all of these things, you can really look at things and say, this made me a stronger person, this made me who I am today. I'm happy for who I am and where I want to be. And that is really what this card embodies. Everything is down to perspective. So how you look at things yourself, you can look at things and think, poor me, or you can look at things and think, what a challenge or an opportunity. So where we are here, you can see there's some wings on his helmet and on his shoes as well. And this is a really, really good symbol to use on a Wednesday. So wings, it's an air element, is Mercury, and this is about lifting you up. Like I say, it's travel, so it can actually be about how you move actually physically, or it can actually be how you move spiritually, how you actually use the things around you to get exactly where you are. And then we've got Wednesday's actually the day of Raphael, the archangel, as well. So you can call upon him on this day as well. That's always a really good one to use. And this is a real good day for healing. So personally, I like working with the sacral chakra on a Wednesday, and different people say different things. I mean, as you know, if you've watched my last video, you'll know that I refer to my chakras personally as my star centers, and this is where the universe works in and around my body. It flows when I'm in alignment and allows me to really express who I am and what I want to be in the world. So this is very much associated with the element of water, and the sacral chakra is located above your sexual organs. Now, as a woman, this is your womb, so this is very much about your creation into the world, the way that you express yourself. And when this is in balance and in flow, you will literally feel in flow in your life. So although Mercury rules the day and it's an air element, I like working with water when it comes to a Wednesday. So for me, it is all about healing. It is all about creating. It is all about the birth of what I want to materialize into this world. So I'm just going to show you a little practice that I enjoy personally. And I've got a nice jug of cooled water here. So I'm just going to pour this into my jug. Now, this jug I actually rescued from a charity shop pile from my mum, and for me personally it's just beautiful. And I think if you can try not to spend too much on what you're doing in your practice, it should be about things that manifest and come into your pathway, if you like. It's not about how much you spend and what you do and everything like that. It is literally about the way that you interpret things, that you become part of your practice and what you need to do. So I'm working with moss agate today, and this is all about balancing the masculine and feminine energies. So not all of your crystals you can put in water, but this one you can. So I'm just going to submerge this into the water so that can actually charge the water, helping balance and bringing about the divine masculine and divine feminine within. So it's all about bringing your attention to the small things and the finer details. And what I'm also going to do here is add some rose water. This is, again, my mum's been great. I deadheaded all of her roses the other day and brought back a whole carrier bag, and I just boiled up some water with the rose petals in. Should have left it overnight. I completely forgot. And then you just strain it and bottle it, and you can keep this in the water you can keep this in the fridge for about a week. I'm going to put a nice healthy dose in here because I'll explain what I'm doing as I go. But that smells absolutely floral, and it's very feminine, and this is all about engaging all of your senses here. So we want to breathe in everything as we're working with it. So then I've got a trusty little penknife, and I've got some of my aloe vera here. If you've watched my my page, you will know that my aloe vera plant is called Linda Vera, Linda Vera Lynn, and a small amount broke off of her the other week. So what I did was kept this in the fridge so that I can use it when it's good and ready. And I'm just taking a few slices off. So this is associated with the element of water as well, and you'll see why when you cut into aloe vera, it's all sticky. You'll see here it's all sticky, and it is like transparent goo almost on the inside. I'm just going to float this into the water, and usually I'd be doing this practice either in silence or to some music. At the moment in the background I've actually got some koshi bells playing and some seawater, because I thought it was nice to bring both of the elements together here and actually have both of them playing. Wow, they're sticking to my fingers. These are great. And this just smells so fresh, and if you get any of that on your hands, just rub it in, because that's actually really healing and moisturizing properties there as well. So once we've done that, I've also boiled up some spearmint and some chamomile into a pot, which I will have a nice cup of that once it's brewed. And I'm just going to pour some of this into the water here as well. I'm going to have a nice healthy dose of that. Literally, there are no rules. The idea with this is to research and to learn. So understanding which each of the correspondences do, understanding what properties that they can bring out in you, and understanding how they can help you. So going back to I'll explain. We know that the moss agate is to balance the masculine and feminine properties. I've got the rose water in there for high vibration. I've got the water because of the water element that's associated with the sacral chakra. And then I've got the healing properties of this lovely aloe vera in here as well. So that is really a good embodiment of the water element, and I'm using that because it literally soothes the skin, and it will calm everything that it comes into contact with. So you can use it medicinally on sunburn as well. So if ever you get caught with sunburn, just cut off a piece of that plant and place it on your skin. Then I've cut some lemons, and I'm just going to squeeze this in. And the reason that I'm using lemon is associated with the water element again. And this, for me, again, that lovely citrus smell. And one, it's for the smell. And two, it's so that you can really understand, you know, the whole phrase, when life gives you lemons. So it's about what you can do with those lemons. Rather than letting it leave a bitter taste, it's about turning it round and giving you something nourishing from it. It's full of vitamin C, so to add in some vitality, and so that life gives you lemons, then I make a beautiful magic spell with it. Roses bring up that high vibration. Spearmint, so that we can get an absolute freshness, and then the chamomile for all of its soothing, beautiful properties. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, with my finger, well, I'm going to pick out first of all one of my, I have these magic sigils which are all based on the positive character strengths. So I'm just going to pick one of these out and allow the universe to pick which sigil I should charge this water with. So water holds charge as well, so you can put water into something. You can write a loving affirmation onto a cup or bottle, and that will absorb that, so then when you drink it, or you can charge it with crystals as well. And so this sigil is for, what have we got? It's number 4, so that's Courage Collection, and this is about being brave. So what I'm going to do is just with my finger, you can use a wand, you can use your Athene. Actually, I will actually use that today. So I'm just going to, this is not a sharp knife, it is literally used in my practice. It represents the air element, or the swords in the tarot as well. And I'm just going to charge this water by drawing this sigil across the water top. You can make up your own sigils, you can find some online, or you can get in touch, and I will help you out with that. So we've charged that up with courage and bravery. So this water, when I use this, that is what it's going to bring me, that's what it's going to help me with. I'm also going to use 2 of Odin's runes as well, and you'll see that there's a lot of mix of cultures when we're doing magic work. And the reason for this is because all of these different meanings, a lot of them all are about embracing these energies. They're about the different cultures actually have different interpretations of the same thing. So again, I just really recommend that you do your research and understand and respect any culture that you come across as well, whether it's a religion or just a way of doing things. And what we have here is, oh, I do apologise there. What we have here is Laguz, and this is about emotions. This represents the femininity and the water element. So make sure you do your research when you're working with runes, because they're very powerful and they can have a negative effect if they're not used properly. So just make sure that when you call upon these energies that you really, really know what you're doing, and make sure that you use them appropriately. And then this one is Isa, and it represents ice. So this for me is about melting away any worries. It's about making sure that anything that I've got frozen in time, going back to this judgment card, about what I've got stored in my subconscious can be thawed away with this, and can allow me to get into flow, and to make sure that I'm free from my own mind. So next of all, I'm going to take my altar goblet, which I bought this from a charity shop as well, so everything goes either to charity, and believe me, I made sure I donated a lot after I did this. So I'm going to take a nice cup of this. First of all, what I'm going to do is just take a small sip, so that I'm actually ingesting this from the inside out. And then what I'll be doing with this is I'll be placing that on my altar, so that will be an offering for Hermes as well. So I'll leave that overnight. Now that I've actually ingested some, I can do some extra work to this, because I didn't want to take anything else in. And I've got some moon water. This was gathered on the full moon from the estuary, so I wouldn't want to drink this, but I'm quite happy to put it into my beautiful cauldron here. Anything can be a cauldron, by the way, as well. You don't have to have a full-on cauldron. A vessel, as long as you bless it and accept it as part of your practice, that is fine to use. And then I left it out in the moonlight as well, in the new moon. So we've got that beautiful air energy of Gemini as well going in there. So that this will work with all my intentions. This is just infusing everything further. We're on this waxing crescent moon at this particular moment in time. So that will allow you to build up this energy, allow this energy to really work for you. I know that we've put in some of the tea that I've made up with the spearmint, but I would just like to add some more into the water here as well. Oh, and this smells amazing. Now, you don't have to use all fresh. You can always use dried. It's fine. You know, it's about what intention that you put in things and how you make that work for you. And this is the thing, this is your practice. You put in what means something to you. It doesn't matter. This is chamomile, so I'm adding some of this in, and you can just, it's just such a beautiful practice. It's just such a lovely way to bring yourself to the present moment, to really allow your intentions to come forward. I've got these little dried flowers here, and I just want to add in some rose petals as well. So if we just add those in. And everything is about doing things mindfully, calmly, beautifully. So now I have this. I'm going to leave this charging for a while, and then I'll be placing this in my bath, and I'll be having a beautiful bath. All the rose will work really well with my skin. These are all things that will work well with my skin. Again, just make sure you do all of your research, so you get to enjoy this practice. You can use this to literally, you can wash your hands in it, and that just brings about all of these energies to you, and you can feel that. You don't have to have a bath in it. You can wash your feet in it. You can just connect with it. Make sure that you feel, taste, touch, smell, anything that allows you to connect with nature in a way where you understand what its properties are, you understand what it's bringing to you, and then you create that, and you create your world around you and understand that you're a part of it. So thank you very much for your time today. Have a magical week, and I will be doing more of these in the future as well. So we'll have each of the days of the week, so that you can see what available energies you've got to work with. Thank you.